What's up, guys? Intelitech Studios here, and hopefully the camera, let me just clean it real quick, hopefully the camera doesn't cut out and delete the entire video like it had done previously, in case you're wondering why I didn't do an unboxing of this video, or of this vacuum in this video, is what I meant to say. Yeah, so I got this machine from Marco, also known as Vacuums and Carpet Cleaner Guy. Shout out to him. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Also, shout out to Rick Hoover, because I had initially kind of struggled to put this thing together because I hadn't worked on one of these in such a long time. It's been probably a good 11 years since I've worked on one of these Elite style machines, so all this stuff was very foggy in the old memory banks. So Rick was able to give me some pointers because I was kind of struggling to put it together because I kept trying to put it together in the wrong order, and he was able to send me a screenshot of the manual to show how to put it together, which somehow I'm stupid enough to not have even thought of, but nevertheless, I was able to get it back together. So the issue that I was having is that, well, first, with this cord protector, I was trying to put this on the actual main body right here without having installed the handle or any other part of the body. So that was my bad. I had to actually install the handle first and then loop this through the handle, through this slot in the handle that it's supposed to go in. And then the second issue I had was trying to get on this back door, which I tried to put on in the incorrect order because I was trying to put this back door on both without putting on the tool caddy and without putting on the retention clip down here that actually screws in to that little notch and holds it in place. So that was my bad. But once I got that all figured out, the machine is now finally back together, and I'm very happy to finally have this thing together. So, like I said, I got this one from Marco, also known as Vacuums and Carpet Cleaner Guy, and you know, I don't have one of these hard-bagged Hoovers, and I had planned on getting an Encore Supreme that was basically identical to this machine from another collector, and that is still in the works. I'm just waiting on him to get back to me. And at the exact moment, because of a weird little Dyson scam that just happened on Facebook Marketplace, I now don't have, well, I don't have that Dyson, and I don't have the funds that could have otherwise been reallocated to buying those three machines off that one collector that I've mentioned 14,000 times at this point. So I'll have to wait and get those three Hoover Elites with my next paycheck, which, again, for those who don't know, it was the Encore Supreme. I believe it was either orange or blue. I forgot which color it was. I think it was the orange one, but I could be wrong. Not that I really care all that much in terms of the color, but it was a hard-bagged Encore Supreme, similar design to this. Then there was a Dimension Supreme, and then a Wide Path Elite of some kind, one of the Wide Path hard-bagged units. So it was basically three hard-bagged Hoover Elites, and so those are still up in the air as far as when I'm getting them. I'm waiting for him to get the box, because he's going to have basically just all three, because obviously one thing that's nice about these machines is that they fit in boxes very compact, because they can tear down, you know, into a very small amount of space. So he's trying to basically just find a box that's slightly bigger to fit all three of them in the same box to save on shipping, since these machines aren't all that heavy and they don't take up all that much space. So he figured it'd be easier doing that than trying to send three separate packages and have three separate transactions. So I'm supposed to be paying like $100 and getting all three of those. Was it 100 or 120? It was something like that. I don't remember at this point. So I'm getting all three of those. But in the meantime, I did have the Soft and Light, which was a soft-bagged Hoover, as far as the ones I have that are working. And then also this Convertible Elite I just got from Marco, so that's a nice hard-bagged Hoover. And also because I really like the color on this, and having the convertible name on an Elite style machine just really interested me, because, you know, obviously this name is much more well known among vacuum collectors for the old style Hoovers, the ones that are basically, they're hard to describe, but they're just older style. They predated this machine. The ones that, you know, the modern equivalent of that design would be like an FNG, Eureka, or Sanitaire. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so this machine was very interesting. Plus, one thing that I didn't even notice is that this is a 7 amp unit. You can see if you look right here, uses only 7 amps. Whereas that Soften light I had, I'm pretty sure was a 12 amp motor. I could be wrong, but I think that was a 12 amp. So this one's a 7 amp either way. The other one might have been like a 10, 9. I don't really remember what sizes. I think these came in a 5, 6, 7, and 12. Or was there some other motors in between there? I think that's right. Again, I'm relatively new to collecting these Elites. I did own a few of these back in the day, which explains also why I said I worked on them a good, 10 years ago, because I was also back when customers still had them and still were somewhat interested in fixing them. Nowadays, customers will just sell these on Facebook or throw them away because customers want something that looked newer, apparently. At least I'm assuming that's the reason why. Because they're like, oh, this looks old. I want something that's new and looks pretty. And they throw this away and buy a Shark or some stupid crap like that. So, not saying that, Sharks are bad machines. I know some people say, oh, Sharks suck. And yeah, they kind of do. They're definitely much worse than this thing. This thing is better than those machines in every way, other than like noise and versatility. But, these machines do much better at deep cleaning carpet. So, anyways, it wouldn't be a video of mine nowadays without me aggravating somebody in the comments. So, yeah, this is that machine. It has all the attachments as well. So another thing that's cool about that Marco included is that I believe these attachments, I think, actually go to a Eureka, which is actually pretty cool because I believe these attachments would fit my Eureka Excalibur. Although I could be wrong on that, I'll have to look at some point. But obviously they fit this machine as well, so I'm not complaining. So I actually like the attachments that this machine came with. You can see you got a little bit of a nicer upholstery tool with an actual little felt strip on it for some agitation. So very nice upholstery tool. Again, dusting brush, much bigger, much softer bristles than the original Hoover variety. So that's nice too. So this was a good deal. So I bought 3 machines off Marco. You just saw the Bissell Rewind Smart Clean over there, and there's another machine as well that I have yet to upload, but it was actually the first one I unboxed, and that was another Bissell. So yeah, so this machine, very, very nice. He also put in a brand new Type A bag. It is just like a normal Great Value brand, but it's still a brand new bag nonetheless. And another thing is that, I don't know where I put them, but he also gave me a brand new pack of bags. They're not HEPA, but they are genuine Hoover A bags, unopened too, so all 3 bags. At least I think it's unopened. It looks like it is. So that's really nice. Yeah, it's unopened. So that's really nice. Nice set of bags. I'm probably not going to use these because I will buy some HEPA bags at some point, since I found out that Hoover actually started making Type A HEPA bags again, or at least I'm finding them on eBay and on Hoover's website. So unfortunately they're only in 2 packs, and they're like $10 or $15 for a 2-pack, which is kind of ridiculous. But they are pretty big bags, so if you think about it that way, it is a little bit more understandable because they are much bigger than Y and slightly bigger than Z bags. So one thing is that this handle is still a little bit loose. I don't know if there's like a screw somewhere that's missing, but according to the manual that I saw, it looks like there's a screw hole here, but I'm pretty sure that's just it getting loose over time. Come on, focus. Because this is, pretty sturdy. And, the only other issue with this, the dusting brush just fell off. Probably because it's not as tight on there, but that's okay. Is that this tab on this side of the tool caddy is broken. That's not too big of a deal. I'm sure I could probably jerry-rig something to hold that in, but that is a bit annoying how that kind of flops around. It does hold up here, so I don't know if there's any way to fix that, or if I just, have to just try to find another tool caddy or just deal with it, but definitely I would rather have that little tool caddy have a chip on one of the tabs instead of something on the actual machine be broken. So that's nice. There's also these little vent holes up here. I don't know what these are for. I know there was some Hoovers where you could put scent tabs up in here, but I don't know if this is this type that allows for that. So perhaps someone can correct me on that if I can get some nice smells in there. Looking at the bottom of this, brush roll is a little bit rough feeling. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's certainly very passable. Single row brush roller. I don't know if that's what these would originally came with, but they're still decent quality brush rollers. Bristles are stiff. They have plenty of... They still stick out a good amount, so I have no doubt they'll groom this carpet just fine. So brush roll's in good shape. Spins fairly freely. Perfectly passable for something this age. And then if we flip this around very carefully, also these spindles, these little wheels, no rust whatsoever, spinning very finely. And maybe I can grab this rag, clean this up a little bit. So I've been kind of wiping this down as I've been putting this together, since again I tried to put it together on camera and my Note 9 just crashed and deleted the recording and just completely messed up my camera, and I had to restart it a bunch of times. Well, actually just once, and it seems to be working so far, so hopefully this video doesn't cut out randomly. But obviously if you're seeing this, then I was able to find it. So yeah, those are nice. A little bit of rust right there, but no, not too big of a deal. Looking at the serial sticker, model U5063-930. So I don't know if the correct way of talking about this model number is just simply U5063, and then maybe this extra part isn't necessary, or if the correct terminology is spelling out this entire model number with the dash and everything. So I'll probably just do that. So, of course, Series B7, belt style, part number, serial number 0696. So 96th week of 2000. No. That can't be it. It's the other way around. June of 1996. I was going to say, they were not making this in 2006. Plus, there's only 50 weeks in the year, isn't there? 52? Yeah. So that is definitely the 6th week of 1996. So yeah. So that's interesting. So this vacuum is 2 months shy of being 25 years old. Wow, that's interesting. So this thing is 4 years older than I am. Fun. So, again, that's the bottom plate looks like. Really good condition, no complaints with that whatsoever. Bumper, everything's in excellent condition. Wheels spin pretty smoothly. That one's a little bit rough, but again, something this old, what are you going to expect? These are obviously hard plastic wheels with a lot of scratches in them from being ran over harsh materials, so don't run this machine on your floors, only on your carpets. Not like this is going to work on floors anyways. You got a big powerful brush roll, no squeegee, no brush roll shut off. Very old technology designed exclusively for carpets. And as always with a machine like this, if you want to use it on bare floors, you're just going to have to get a bare floor attachment that will attach to the hose and get some extra extension wands to allow you to reach that far. And there's obviously not going to be a lot of tool suction on this anyways, so that might, unlike a more modern machine, that might be a little bit more difficult. So, time to run this thing in all of its screeching loud Hoover glory. Now, these machines, they don't, in my experience, they don't sound all that loud on camera. A lot of the videos I see on these Hoover Elites, they seem fine. They don't really seem all that loud. They seem kind of quiet compared to Dirt Devils and crap like that of this age. But trust me, in real life, it is a lot louder. It just doesn't seem as loud because it's a lower pitch, so keep that in mind. So these are pretty loud, so headphone users or people who are sensitive to loud noises might want to turn your volume down right now as we're about to run this little machine. So yeah, and I gotta brace myself for it too because I'm sensitive to loud sounds. Anyways, let's go. sucks too, because I really like using these old Hoovers. But they're just so loud. It's kind of weird, because like I remember having these as a kid, and they're like, it's funny, because like there are Dirt Devils that I remember using as a kid that I remember being very loud, and yet I own some of those nowadays, and they're not that loud. They're kind of loud by Dirt Devil standards. They're not that loud, like the Dirt Devil Envision. The Dirt Devil Envision is a machine that I used to think was a screamer, and yet compared to other Dirt Devils, it's really not that bad. It's really not that loud of a machine. I mean, yeah, it's kind of loud, but I mean, it's not like screeching. It's not gonna make your eardrums bleed. And to be fair, neither will this, unless maybe if you use it like commercially and you're using it like so often, like, you know, hours and hours out of the day, then yeah, this could make your ears bleed for sure. So I gotta say, I'm very happy to have this machine, and I'm definitely very much a fan of these machines. They clean well, they groom the carpet very well. There's really not much to complain about as far as their performance. Now sure, they're non-existent performance on bare floors. Filtration isn't as good anymore, because obviously quality filtration has greatly improved over the years on vacuums, especially recently. And they are loud, very, very, very loud. But still, they have their charm. I definitely like them. And, you know, they're definitely solid vacuums that have stood the test of time. So they're definitely iconic, and you know, maybe not as iconic as the actual convertibles, but they're still pretty iconic. So I love this thing. At least I maybe I shouldn't say I love it, because it's not perfect. I do have some issues with the noise, quite a bit of issues with the noise. I'm very sensitive to loud vacuums at this point. I just can't vacuum with this thing for a very long time. It would be very difficult for me to vacuum my entire house with this unless I had earplugs in. And even if I had headphones in, like, this machine would overpower any sound, that I wouldn't be able to hear any music that'd be playing or anything like that. So, but it's still better than that Dirt Devil Impulse. So, there's that. Anyways, which I believe that Impulse came out the same time as this, didn't it? So, anyway guys, this is Intelitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the acquisition and living room vacuuming of the Hoover Convertible Elite. Sorry I wasn't able to get an unboxing of it, but my phone just insisted on destroying the video. Like, literally just erasing it in the middle of me filming it, pretending like it never happened, and at that point I had already taken everything out of the box and began putting it together. And yeah, so unfortunately no unboxing, but I'm just glad I was able to at least get my camera working enough to get this video out to you guys, so I didn't have to go back to a lower end phone. Now ideally I would just have an actual camera, but I don't. So yeah, maybe this is probably a sign that I should at some point invest in a better camera for the channel. And hey, if you want to help me with that investment, as far as help contribute towards improving the channel and maybe getting me a better camera, then consider donating to the Intelitech Studios, well, not donating, but backing the Intelitech Studios Patreon in the channel, just in the video description, excuse me. And unless you don't want to, in which case that's fine. Watching the videos is perfectly fine. So I'm just happy that enough people actually like watching these videos. But yeah, so I know some other people have these convertible elites, or just elites in general. Let me know what your thoughts are on them, if you like them or not, if you find them interesting. Again, shout out to Vacuums the Carpet Cleaner Guy and Rick Hoover as well. So, appreciate that. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.